Welcome to A1 Conversations, where leadership and community combines. Sit tight, lock in, and get inspired. Let's go.
Hello, 1 and 10. How you feeling today? Or how you feeling? So you woke up. What's going on? Y'all? We're gonna have a real good conversation about just beliefs, limiting beliefs. So let me just slow down for a second. All right. Slow down. I'm trying to get everything together, y'all. So for those of y'all that don't know, I know I've been on for a minute because y'all, it was an accident last week. I was T-boned. It was crazy. Minding my own business, and making a left-hand turn. Somebody just decided, well, apparently ain't really decide, but boom, T-bone. Y'all, I was out bad. Y'all, I was out. I mean, it was crazy, but we're here, right? So we here, right? We in it. Y'all, so again, scale of 1 to 10, how you feel? What's going on? Scale of 1 to 10, how do you feel? 1, you need to try it again. All right, 10, you ready to get it in. All right, so hopefully by the end of this conversation, you're going to be thinking about some things. And so wherever you're at, you're going to move it over. So put in the chat where you at, scale of 1 to 10. Just put one number. And don't be funny, do 6, 7, right? That's crazy. Pick one, at least put 6.5 or whatever it is. So good morning, everybody. Let's go. So, but look, anyway, y'all, we're going to get this in. We're going to be talking about beliefs, right? Some things that you've probably been holding on to. And I'm asking you why, but why though? All right, think about it. Think about all the things that you've heard as you was growing up, okay? Just crazy things. Like I was talking to my boy, Brad up though. He's probably listening right now or going to tune in a little later, but we just had this conversation. It was just out of line. Like, think about it. How many times have you heard individuals tell you, hey, look, if it's raining outside, okay, if it's thundering and storming outside and lightning, if you're watching TV, cut it off, right? Any ever heard that before? Let me know if y'all heard that before, if that make any sense. Tell me if that make any sense to you, okay? Just let me know. It's just so many things that we think about or things that we hold on to, but we never really ask the question, but why though? So that's what we're going to do today, y'all. We're going to hold my hand in this conversation, y'all. Hold my hand. It's not going to be a bad thing, but the goal is to get you outside of or to help you to get outside of one way of thinking so that you can get into another space of thinking. Right on, y'all with me? Let me know if y'all can dig it, y'all. If you can dig it. Good morning, y'all. What's going on? Hey, cut off. Say, cut all the lights off. Ain't that about nothing? Cut off. All right. So you ready? We're about to get it in. All right. First one is this. This is what I challenge you to do. Okay. Ask why 3 times. No, better yet, let's do it better. 5 times. The reason why I say that is because by the 4th or the 3rd or 4th time, you're really going to be like, yo, why? That doesn't really sound right. For example, I challenge you, right? Like if let's say, for example, someone say, hey, you never put for the ladies out there, you never put your purse on the floor. Okay? Ask yourself why. Why? All right? Do it, but not out loud, but to yourself, like, why shouldn't I do it? Why? And I mean, think about it. Not just say why. I'm not asking you to tell me why, but ask yourself why. Because think about it. When you get around the 3rd or 4th why, you realize that it probably came from a friend that told you that back in 3rd grade, and you are in your 30s or 40s, probably close to 50. I never do that. But do you know why? All right. Look, y'all, we do so many things. And don't even know why. I'm just asking y'all to think about. Again, good morning, y'all. Let's get it on in. Let's get it in. We really are talking about challenging your thought process and asking you why you think a certain way so you can move forward and do other things. So good morning, good morning. And again, scale of 1 to 10, how you feel? Just put it in. Scale of 1 to 10. 1, you can try it again because you got the case of the Mondays, or that's 5, you there. Okay, whatever. But 10, you ready to go. All right, just let me know how you feel, y'all. Give y'all a shout out. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. So here it is. The second thing is I want to give you a term, okay, a term that helps with the behavior exposure. Okay, hear me out. Trust me, y'all. This isn't going to hurt. It's not going to hurt. The only thing that's going to, you think that it hurt just because it's something new. All right, but here's the term. It's systemic decentralization. Okay, excuse me, not decentralized, desensitization. So the goal is find out whatever you have heard. All right, now whatever's in your mind, try it. I promise you, just try it. For example, you ready? Try opening up umbrella in the house. Try. Better yet, I dare you. No, I double dog dare you. I mean, seriously, y'all, look, real talk. If you do it, then you will start to see, wait, what's happening? Nothing is happening. What's that? Right? So what happens is you start to desensitize from the thing. Okay, or you can do something small. Let's say that you hear there's a thing about number 13. Okay, you just feel like it's unlucky. But do you know why? So what I'm challenging you to do, put it like in your phone, okay? Set a reminder and then just see it. Okay. Set an alarm, right, to go off every couple of hours or whatever, once a day, and you just see the number 13. Now listen, I'm not trying to put you in a space where you're spiraling of control, right? But what I'm asking you to do is to give yourself an opportunity to challenge your thought process, because y'all, sometimes we can be doing certain things or not necessarily doing the best that we can do because we're holding on to something that's not even true. Can you dig that? Good morning, Carlisa. What up, though? I see you. How you feeling? How you feeling? Oh, look, real quick. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers that's out there, right? Hey, it's our day. Well, it was our day. So, like, hey, hopefully you didn't just get some, piece of card or a barbecue or something like that, but somebody really celebrated you. And if they didn't, I'll celebrate you. We celebrate you. But y'all, we're talking about asking yourself, but why though? All right? Why are we thinking the way that we think? Why have we held on to a limited belief or belief in general just because we've been taught? So just tuning in, y'all, check it. The first thing we talked about is asking yourself why 5 times. Why? About time you get to the third or fourth one, you're like, wait, no, that don't make sense. You did. And then so the other thing is the really trying to desensitize what's going on there, but it's systemic, right? So you're putting things in your way deliberately. Okay, you're putting things in your way deliberately to help you to understand what's going on. All right, and to see if that thing is really happening. Now, here's another thing, right? This is the third thing that you can do. I know it's going to sound crazy, but let me sound crazy for you first, and then you do it by yourself. All right. So you want to have a conversation, right? But in a kind of like an outside point of view, like in the third person. For example, here I am. Let's say I'm walking down the street with someone. Okay. And I notice that there's a pole in the middle of the street. In my mind, just because of habits, I may want to go around that pole, and I don't want to do what? Split the pole. Okay. So this is the third party kind of conversation, third person. But you say it without any emotions, you say it without any thoughts. He doesn't want to split the pole. He is afraid to split the pole. He doesn't want to split the pole. And as you say it to yourself and you think about it, I don't want to split the pole for what? Like, why? What is he gonna do? Listen, y'all, fun fact. Okay, now they probably watching or they're gonna hear this later. Check it out. I remember going down the street, right? I was walking down the street with a friend of mine, and there was a pole, right? But it was crowded. It was a crowded street. And so what I had to do, I had to go around, because I'm walking on the outside of the road, excuse me, of the sidewalk. And so as I'm going around the pole, they did was followed me. I'm like, what's going on? What are you doing? Wait, you ain't supposed to split the pole. So me, being me, I went around the pole again. So here we are, right? Going around this damn pole. And then what I did was I flipped it and I went around another way. But now, was that right? No, I was just being. But what I'm saying is, it got to the point where they just gave up. Forget it. It ain't even that serious. In actuality, friends, it's not. Okay. But times when we hold on to certain things just because we were taught that it meant something, but we never questioned why. Now, look, y'all, don't get me. You got individuals like our kids, okay? We got kids back in the day, or even some right now. You tell them to do something, but why? And what's the normal response that you were probably given when you were younger? Because I said so. What's the other one? Because I'm grown, right? Don't talk back and all that, right? So therefore, when individuals truly want to ask a question or want to know why, they feel a way. So, but what happens is we're going through our life grown, okay? We won't even our own thinking. We're afraid to ask ourselves, why am I doing this thing? Here I am, check it out. Here I am in my own house. What up, though, Herm? Here I am in my own house, and I'm afraid to open up an umbrella in my house. You understand? Like, seriously, why? Y'all, look, for y'all that don't know me, I'm Seth. I'm Seth the speaker, okay? And I try to give you some news that you can use so that you can move on through your life without holding on to some mess that don't work. And the only thing that's going to work, y'all, is you. But you have to be that thing to make the thing work. You understand? But the only way you're going to do that is if you start and understand and identify where you are right now. All right. So we're talking about, but why though? Why? Why do you do the things that you do, especially when it comes down to superstition? Because what happens is those superstitions can slow you down and you don't do certain things. Look, you may be avoiding whatever adverse reaction that you think is going to happen. But check it out. You got no proof. Look, you ain't got no proof. Look, you probably heard. Watch this. Sit with me for a minute. You probably heard something from somebody that got like maybe a 4th grade education. But just because they was 20, 30, maybe 40 years older than you, you took it as though it was the truth. Now, here we are, 2026, halfway in it, over halfway in it. We got something called the intranet, y'all. Actually, it's the look it up. Hey, some of us are afraid of even challenging what we think we know. Or, hold on, wait, watch this. Take the head off. What we feel is true. You got so much information now. It takes you a minute, okay? Because the thing as getting information or looking for information and finding things that appease you, okay? But what I'm challenging you to do, look at both sides, okay? Like, look at the origin of certain things. Now that brings me to this point, y'all. Shout out to everybody that got the Black Collar Mindset. All right, everybody that did, I appreciate you. Volume 2. If you're interested, check the bio or check the description, y'all. It's super dope. And one of the chapters in there is called "Bless You." All right, think about it. When everybody sneezes or somebody sneezes, do you know that? No, wait. Do you know why you say "bless you"? Okay. Now in the book, a little way. I don't care because it's good stuff, right? And it's free. It's free information. Check it out. I remember I was told to say "bless you" because it was the nice thing to do, but wasn't necessarily right. Think about it, y'all. It goes all the way back all the way back, medieval times, where the bubonic plague was going on, okay? People thought, hear me out, people thought that if you sneezed, that was the sign or a sign that you had the plague, okay? Here it is, 2026, y'all. Tell me, tap somebody. Tell me who got the bubonic plague right now. Wait on. I'm gonna go a little bit deep. Deeper. Then there's another group of individuals that felt as though once you sneezed, your heart stopped for a millisecond or just long enough so that so that evil spirits could get inside of your body and possess you. So what they did was they say bless you to stop the evil spirit. So I'm challenging you to really think about it, y'all. Talked about it in the book. I'll go more in detail about that, but that's what we're talking about today right now. But why though? Why am I doing these things? You understand? Why are we doing these things? All right. So now the next thing is this. I want you to track your catastrophic event. Okay. What I mean by that, let's say, for example, the bless you part. All right. What will happen if you don't tell a person bless you? Oh, wait, what will happen? Do you think it's being rude? Or watch this. Sometimes individuals will try to guilt you. You did? What up, Big Hurt? They try to guilt you. They sneeze, say, hey, you all right? And you walk off about your business, or you keep doing what you're saying. You ain't gonna say bless you. Wait, for what? Are you blessed already? Wait, different conversation. But what I'm saying is, think about why you do the things that you do, y'all. Question it. Look, I promise you, even as we're having this conversation, I'm pretty sure you're thinking back like, damn, somebody told me I wasn't supposed to walk underneath the ladder. But why though? Hey, how many times have you had to because something was going on and that was the only way for you to continue going where you're going? Did you die though? All right, wait, what about this? What's the other one? Breaking the glass. No, the mirror. Come on, y'all. This conversation really is to ask yourself why. Okay. So as you start to get into the space when you are okay asking yourself why, right? You can start asking other individuals why, especially when it comes down to your own desired result. If they tell you no, or it was always done this way, or this is the way we've always done it, you've heard that before, right? No, you have. And it's like, why? But if individuals have a limited belief, or if you have a limited thought process, it's not your responsibility to over explain how stupid that is. That's your business. You dig? Your business. So we're talking about, but why? All right. Asking yourself why. And as you start to kind of, break down the thought process or the construct that was probably created without you even knowing it. Now a conscious decision to ask why and if it's still relevant. You dig? Is that still real? Okay. Now check it out. I'm gonna take you back. Here's a little bonus. Dig. Let's say, for example, you say something. Okay. Let's say you're hoping that something goes well, or you don't want to jinx yourself. What do people do? Y'all let me know. What do they do? I'm gonna say something, but I don't come true. What do they normally do? Y'all chime in. Let me see if y'all pick up what I'm putting down. What do? They normally do what? Yeah, knock on wood. That's right. You knock on wood. So this is you to do. Check it out. Before you knock on wood, change the ritual. Try snapping. Okay, instead of knocking on wood. I know it sounds goofy, right? But listen to me. This is how you kind of break things down and like, wait a minute. See, here it is. If you say something and you don't want to jinx yourself, before you knock on wood, But to stop you from knocking on wood, just snap 2 times. Okay. As you do, you start to realize, wait, didn't nothing happen then, and now I'm snapping. Now I'm looking stupid, right? Because I'm doing this. Nobody else knows. Now I'm like, wait a minute. So for these last 11 years, I've been knocking on wood. Oh, wait, watch this. I know people that looks for wood. Look, hey, they look for it. Wait a minute, is this real wood? Hey, just because they're so used to doing things that's out of line. Wait a minute, wait, this look like it's wood. You dummy. I said it. 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 I mean, like, think about it. How about this? What about for good luck? I'm crossing my fingers. Woo. I'll challenge you. Watch this. Your nose. That's just what I do. What? Why? Why? Why are you crossing your fingers? Think about it, y'all. I really listen, y'all. Look. Hear my heart. Hear my heart. Listen to what I'm trying to tell you. There are things, y'all, that you're probably doing. Okay? There's things that you've probably been taught to do, and you have no real reason or understanding, either even the origin of the thing, to make it make sense on today. You see? So what I'm asking you to do is to put yourself in a space when you are asking why. Like, why? No, not. All right. Some of this is really deconstructing certain things, like I said earlier, that was constructed before you even had the instruction. And some of y'all don't even have the real instructions, but I'm challenging you to construct that thing. Some of y'all are believing some things for no reason, right? Just because, hey, it might just be cultural, right? But ask yourself, is this in line with my moral compass, y'all? You did? What I'm saying is well, look, you could not have chosen your family. You could. You just woke up and you're like, yo, oh, like me, yo, here I am. I'm in Detroit, right? East side of Detroit. Could I have picked better? Okay, no. But the deal is, now that I'm here, all right, now I'm at this big grown age, there's things that I need to deconstruct, right? As I'm constructing this version of myself for my daughter, especially if there's things that we have been doing that has not been beneficial, low-key traumatic. Oh man. If y'all want to go deeper, say go deeper. I'm asking you, you just got to put it in. Say go deeper if you want it. Say deeper if you want it. Because look, I ain't here to hurt nobody's feelings, but I'm just here to give you some news that you can use if you want it. Okay? Only if you want it. Just chime in deeper, and then we'll get a little bit deeper. But y'all, there it is. Look, the goal is, like I said, to ask yourself why. Why do you do the things that you do? Why do you respond the way that you respond? I got it deeper. Listen, y'all, check it out. Check. There are people in your life, right? It could be your family, it could be your significant other, it could be whatever. The deal is that we have opened up our heart to them, okay, for whatever reason, all right? That's up to you. However, when there is a mutual willingness of connectivity, sometimes a belief is kind of projected. Okay, let's use that word, projected onto you. But the thing is, sometimes we accept it without analyzing that thing. Okay, now check it. A person can project something, but you don't have to take it. You can get it and say, okay, that's yours. But this is mine. And so what I'm saying is, sometimes we adopt individuals, either rituals, thought processes, or beliefs just to placate them, not realizing, wait, does that apply to me though? You understand? Y'all listen, I'm just telling you some things that has helped me to move forward in life. All right. I'm just here to if you want it, all right, if you want it. So what I'm saying is, as you're going through and you're connecting and you're communing with people, find out the mutual understanding, right? As far as where your moral compass is pointed, okay, and where that other individual, group, organization, whatever it is, moral compass is pointed, and hold true and anchor yourself into that. However, sometimes individuals will say, well, this is the reason why you should think this way. That's the projection piece. You dig? What individuals are doing is they're trying to explain to you why it is beneficial for you to think like them. That's out of line. That's a trap. And y'all, the word is control. Ugh. Ooh, hold my hand, y'all. I'm telling you this because I love you. Individuals project their beliefs, their understandings, even their superstitions based off of their understanding, but as they're forcing it on you, that is control. And look, they may not even know that they're doing it. Why? Because someone did it. Uh-oh. Hey, that's recirculating trauma response, right? Rituals, when individuals don't even know why they're doing it. So as we're having this conversation, understanding the reason why we're having this conversation so you can ask yourself why, starting from the top. Ask yourself why 5 times as far as why you're doing certain things that you have been told to do, all right? Or you should do this or not. Well, if you don't do this, or if you right, if you open up this this umbrella in the house, oh, because look, check out. When individuals say don't do certain things, they can never tell you what will happen to you. They can only tell you what happened. Hey, hold on. It might not even happen to them. Well, look, I remember my boy down the street and around the corner, auntie, cousin said, if you don't get your stupid stuff, you get what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is when people are projecting their insecurities, their superstitions or their beliefs, hold off for a second, right? You don't have to take everybody's mess. You ain't got to take everybody's mess. You did. You don't have to. Sometimes individuals, y'all, are giving you things because they know kid and care. All right. I'm not saying that they don't love you. I'm not saying that they don't, like they don't want the best from you. But what I'm asking you to do is to play, you have to move strategically. When individuals are moving a certain way, you have to move a certain way. Okay. That's why it is the black collar mindset. You understand? So if an individual is saying things that's, like I said, not necessarily in line with you, you have to ask yourself. Don't ask them because they may not know. You did, or they may be too afraid to ask questions. So you need to ask yourself, hold on, wait, why? Why? Why can't I step on a crack, breaking mama's back? Why? Because what if you do it unconsciously? Did you ever get a call? Boy, you just stepped on the crack. I'm in the hospital. Girl, I'm hurt. You must have stepped on the crack. Think about it, y'all. Think about it. I know it sounds goofy, okay? Or splitting a pole. Think about it. What has happened? Not just to the person that told you about it. What happened to you when you couldn't avoid it? You understand? So that's really what we get. Y'all, this is really what we're getting in, challenging your thought processes and your beliefs so you can move forward in life. All right, because there's some things, y'all, that we are holding on to. We can't move forward because we're still holding on to some mess. You dig? So then the next thing is, like I talked about, was the systemic desensitization. Okay, doing things on purpose so you can realize how crazy it is. Get the umbrella and say, boop, boop. Open it up in the house. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Okay? Boop. Wave it around. Boop. And open it up. You think what I'm saying? Think about it. Think about it. So why do you believe the things that you believe, right? That's why we're asking, but why though? That's what this is about, okay? This news y'all that you can use if you're interested in it. The thing, and the next thing is be the outside point of view, all right? What I mean is that if something is happening and or you're getting ready to do something that you heard is wrong, right? Say to yourself, he or she, right? Like me, let's say, for example, Seth not put his hat on the bed. I'm not putting any emotion in it. I'm not judging myself, but I'm saying it. But then that causes me to ask why. For what? Bad luck? Oh, listen, let me tell you something. There's this thing about luck. And I believe, this is just my belief, right? Now, don't take this. This is the point. Do your own research, but find out what it means to you. My thought process is bad luck comes from bad choices that has built up. Good luck comes from good choices. You understand? For example, let's say I made a decision, a conscious decision. Like, for example, creating a book, okay? Writing a book. It's so far good. I appreciate it. It's super dope. However, within the book, I'm connecting with other individuals. These individuals are explaining to me, yo, I really like this book. And so outside of just liking the book, now they know other people that are interested in the book and that can potentially do what? Have situations where I'm speaking about the book. I am Seth, the speaker. Do you think that was just good luck? Or do you think that was preparation? You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I want you to think about. The difference between good luck and bad luck, and the things that you do to either perpetuate more good luck or avoid the bad luck. Think about it. Think about if that really makes sense. So ask yourself. Other thing was track the catastrophic event that happens afterwards. So if you do open your umbrella in the house, track down what happened when you did it. Chances are nothing, friends. Chances are nothing. Okay? Put your purse on the ground. See what happens. You think just an imaginary somebody's gonna come out and take your last $5? Huh? Where's your money gone? Because you spent it. Okay? Or were you being were you just putting it out there on the ground in front of everybody, especially if you're in a house or a place where some thieves, right? You got some thieves in the building. What you expect to happen? So that's what I'm saying, y'all. Think about the things, but track it. So let's say, for example, you're in your house. Boom. You put your purse on the ground. Do you think, right? Do you think something's going to happen? Just see. Just check and see. Put your purse on the ground and you got like $5 in there. Or just see what happens. And then the last thing is I'm challenging you, y'all. Don't have to do this, but I'm challenging you if this is the space that you want to get out of, okay? Replace your rituals. So if those of you that had to like knock on wood, if you get something you don't want to jinx yourself, instead of doing that, snap, right? Or say, instead of knocking on wood, you say boo-boo. Just say boo-boo, okay? Because what will happen is you'll say, damn, that sounds crazy. How about it sound just as crazy as you knocking on wood? Okay? Think about it. Think about it. Or crossing your fingers. I don't want that to happen. Really? Hey, tap dance a little bit. Instead of crossing your fingers, do a little jig. Yeah. So you're going to feel goofy, ain't you? Exactly. So think about how goofy you've been looking for the last 11 years. You understand? Think about that. So hopefully that was some good news that you can use. Again, if you're interested in the Black Collar Mindset Volume 2, check the description or go in the bio. You'll see that. I appreciate everybody's support. Oh, and your prayers too, y'all. I'm doing a whole lot better from that accident. My back's still a little, still a little tight, but hey, can't hold a real G down, right? But I'm getting better with that day by day. But I do appreciate y'all. Y'all do what you can. Take care of yourself and each other. Ask why. It's okay, right? They can't whoop you, right? But look, y'all take care of yourself and each other. Right on. One.